and chewy on some hot. Like I told Tish, I see when I.
Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the Roast Session Central. I'm the Nigerian Nemesis, and in today's video, we are going to be rocking a giant beatdown deck that is so good against the current meta. The guards are in here to help stop all of those P.E.K.K.A decks. The Night Witch and Minion Horde are so good against beatdown decks. And then, of course, we have the Fireball, Log, and Zap for this bridge spam decks and the 3 Musketeer decks. So very strong deck. But just so you guys do know, in the description down below, I do have the giveaway link for our $100 giveaway, starting off for our Select 7 team. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my video from a couple of days ago. But starting this video off with the usual question of the day, a very funny one coming from DJ Bo, and he asked me if I was stranded on an island by myself and I had to choose one Clash Royale character to live there with for the rest of my life, who would I choose? And my answer to that question is the Musketeer. She has her trusty boomstick. As they always say, she can shoot down our meals, give us something good to eat. She probably knows how to cook. That's what I've heard. Word on the street. And she can keep us safe from all of those stray animals. That's who I would choose. So in the comment section down below, let me know what troop you would choose to live with you there. And let's go ahead and focus in here in this game up against Pole Benda. We've got our Minion Horde coming in here. He's got that nasty, nasty tornado. I don't know what I expected. Very good stuff. So now we are starting this game off very terribly because he got a great elixir trade and he has the Knight and the Executioner still on that side of the map. So let's see if we can counter this and get right back into this game. Fireball going down, but he does have this graveyard. So guards are going down right on top of the graveyard. Hopefully we don't lose this tower in the first push. That Log is going to take down that Executioner. He was at 1 HP and he's going to get a lot of damage off onto the tower, but I am not too worried about it. Let's go right back in here with the miners and see if we can stop this deck. We've got our Zap ready, but he does have an Ewiz. I was expecting some sort of a skeleton army, or of course the Goblin Gang. Ewiz is one shot though. Let's see what he does. He's going to play 1 Elixir Skeletons. Actually very well played. I'm just going to eat this damage since we are already this low and just let him take those 2 shots onto our tower. And now we can try and regroup since we know what kind of deck he's running. He's got that Executioner to stop our Minion Horde, so we've got to play this very smart. Here comes the Knight towards our tower. I've got my Horde ready. There goes the graveyard. So the Horde is now going down. Hopefully that can clean up the graveyard and stop the Knight, but that's a great poison, cleaning up our Minion Horde, and now those skeletons are free to do what they want, and that is the first tower of the game. But let's go in here with a giant Night Witch beatdown push, see if we can get to this tower, see if we can get something going here. Very good Executioner coming down on the map, so he is playing this game incredibly well. That's going to stop our Night Witch, take out her bats, and do some damage to our Giant. But luckily for us, the Giant is a lot meaner than he looks, and he is all over that tower, dropping that tower's health down to 1268. Here's the thing with graveyard decks. While my deck excels in double elixir time, graveyard decks are very weak because our tower is already down, so they have to tank for both towers before getting there. We will have plenty of time to create a counterattack. So what I have to do is finesse the Executioner and try and mess up his poison placement, and then we should be golden. So now our Night Witch is going to do some work against his Knight, and our Giant is at so much health. And this deck is actually pretty good when it comes to cycling. And there goes his Executioner. So I'm going to drop this Fireball and Miner right on top of it, try and take him out. So hopefully we can get to this tower, get that thing dead. He's going to use that Tornado, but that's not the best play. We have another Giant already down on the map. The cycling ability of this deck is insane, and that Giant is all over that tower right now. 1 shot. He's going to get a few more shots off. That Ewiz is stirring up some trouble, so let me go ahead and get this Log and Zap down just to ensure that we do take this tower. Ewiz is actually going to fall there, and now we're heading into overtime. We've got 3 whole minutes to try and make a comeback here, so I'm going to try and skirt him. We're going to go Night Witch on the left and see what he plays. He's going to play his Executioner on the left side. So now we're going to go with a Giant on the right-hand side because we don't want to play into that Executioner. We don't want to give him insane value. Now he has an Ewiz coming there on the back right. Let's go ahead and start a slow push with the guards. Try and predict that graveyard. Let's split our Minion Horde to give his his poison the smallest amount of value as possible. Very good poison at the end of the day anyways. But like I said, with that tower down, he cannot stop us with the graveyard because graveyard is a 1-tower deck. And now we're going to send in this double Giant push, and we've got the Miner push going. We're going to go with a Night Witch, and we're going to go Minion Horde on this left-hand side. See, he uses Executioner and Tornado over there, so that push is going to be so hard to stop. Let's send in the Miner, and we're waiting for that Ewiz, but the Ewiz is not going to be enough. I don't think so anyways. There's the Ewiz. Ewiz is going to fall right after he does his Zap onto our troops, and we're going to cream that first tower, secure the first W of the day up against a very strong graveyard deck. He definitely had us beat because he started the game really well. We played a dumb play with the Minion Horde, but we were able to come back because of the cycling ability and the power of the Giant beatdown deck. So hopping right into the second battle up against Clash War YouTube. Let's see what kind of deck we are playing this time. Hopefully, of course, like I always hope, that we play a variety of decks right here in this video. So we're going to start out, he's got these 3 Musketeers, so just what I was expecting to see. We're going to split the guards, and the reason why I do that is because 3 Musketeer and heal is all over the place, so we want to make sure we have our Fireball and Zap on us at all times. We want to get it down at the exact same time. Otherwise, if those Musketeers get healed up, that could be the end of the game. So here he comes. Let's see what he follows up this Musketeer with. Let's play our Giant in the center. He's actually going to leave that Musketeer and let it do its thing. So the Musketeer is going to fall to our tower, and now our Giant is slowly working his way down that side of the map. He is running a P.E.K.K.A. I know a lot of you guys would say, Foresight, you're running a Giant beatdown deck. How can a P.E.K.K.A. deck lose to this deck? Here's the thing, though. The thing with a P.E.K.K.A. is, once they know you have a Giant, they're going to be like, wait, let me save my P.E.K.K.A. for their Giant instead of focusing on it, and then that's when we can play the deck as a minor poison or minor beatdown deck. And now we're going to use our Fireball here on top of his minion horde and on top of his P.E.K.K.A. and take it out. He's actually going to waste the heal spell, so he does have that heal. Let's get ready and let's focus in on that. But like I was saying, we can play it like a minor cycle deck instead of a Giant beatdown deck because they're going to be way too scared to play their P.E.K.K.A. unless they see our Giant. So as you can see, we have the tower lead in this game. His left tower is already down to 1768. We've got 4 spectators in the game as well. So let's try and secure this W. We've got our Night Witch moving up on the left-hand side. But let's see, there is no chance. Okay, so now he's playing all 3 Musketeers on the same side, which is very well played because we did just use our Fireball. So smart guy, let's go ahead and get this down. We need to cycle right back to our Fireball. Let's start with a Giant in the back and see if he supports this 3 Musketeers. There goes a Battle Ram, so we're playing a very strong P.E.K.K.A. 3 Musketeer Battle Ram deck. We finally got back to our Fireball. Fireball is going to take down all those Musketeers and do some damage to that Battle Ram. And now they're working their way back to that side of the map. Where is his P.E.K.K.A.? That's what I'm waiting for. He's actually going to go with a Night Witch, so very surprising. I guess he obviously didn't need the P.E.K.K.A. since our Giant was already dead. And there goes the P.E.K.K.A. What we're going to need to do is counter this with the Minion Horde strategically. So let's get our Minion Horde down here. We're going to dodge the poison, so very poorly played poison by him. Those minions are going to stay alive and absolutely shred his P.E.K.K.A. Shred that 12 elixir push, and now we're going back here on the counterattack. Let's get our Fireball down on top of the 3 Musketeers. Try and get our Zap down as well. Zap going down. Zap taking forever to go down. I hate when that happens, when there's like a mini lag whenever you play your cards, but we do have his left tower down to 1282. Let's try and stop this push now. He's bringing in a Battle Ram Minion Horde, so that's actually a very strong deck. He's going to heal it up as well, but I don't think that's going to be very effective. He played the heal a little bit too early, and we're not going to take that much damage. So now let's focus in here, try and get a push going to his tower. Of course, we're going to start with a Giant slow roll, and let's see, he's going to go with the Elixir Collector in the back. Let's get the Miner on the tower, sort of force out a play here. Miner going down. He actually played the P.E.K.K.A. on the right-hand side, so we juked him out. Since he did play the Collector, he expected us to play the Miner there and tried to get so much value, so now he is definitely done right here in this push. Yep, there's the 3 Musketeers. He played it like that. 2 Musketeers to the right-hand side, so we're going to ignore all of that and push towards his tower. Let's get a Fireball down on top of the Night Witch. We're going to leave the P.E.K.K.A. and the 3 Musketeers alone, and boom! We are going to secure the W in overtime once again. So as you guys saw there, the juke play, was it on accident? Was it on purpose? Only I will know. But I played the Miner on the tower. He thought it was going for the pump, and that's where he played his P.E.K.K.A. So that's going to push us up to 2-0 right here in this Grand Challenge Series. Let's go ahead and hop into one final battle and see if we can go perfect with this deck. Let me know what you guys think of this deck so far. Up against Sensei from Swiss Warriors. Let's see what we can do here. We've got our Night Witch in the starting hand, as well as the Minion Horde Miner, which is always a very good surprise push, but you never want to play that early unless you know exactly what kind of cards they have. So now we're going to play our Night Witch in the back left, and let's see what he supports his Night Witch with and what kind of deck we are running up against. Hopefully it's not another P.E.K.K.A. deck. He has a Baby Dragon, so I'm assuming actually that we're playing a Golem deck. Let's go with the Minion Horde right on top of all of his troops. Unfortunately, I played that a little bit too poorly. I should have played, I don't even think we needed the Miner there to distract, but the Minion Horde would have been enough. Zap going down. Hopefully we can get some chip damage off. It looks like we will with a couple of bats and, of course, that lone minion. There goes his Elixir Collector in the back right. So 100% I think we're playing the Golem deck, which is exactly what I want to see because we love diversity. We try and see the weaknesses of this deck. So let's get our Giant ready. We're going to go on the left side with the Giant push and see if he has a Golem. So there it is. He has his Golem coming on the left-hand side as well. Usually that's a favorable push when you have a Golem against a Giant just because it stays alive a little longer. Our Miner is going over there to the back right tower. Try and chip that away. He's going to play those Skeletons. I don't think that's going to be enough. And he's going to leave it alone. So now our Miner is chipping away at that Elixir Collector. We took that down pretty nicely. Log going down with the Night Witch and her bats. That should be enough to shred the Golem, honestly. Let's play some guards as well. And hopefully we don't get screwed over in this push because the Golemites do stay alive for a really long time. And now he has so many bats. Let's go with the Zap to take those bats down. He's got the Baby Dragon, Night Witch, but our Night Witch should be able to do a great job at countering as well. And his bats will finally go down. His Baby Dragon retargeted for some reason, and now those bats are taking him out. So our tower is down to 640. Unfortunately for him, though, I think he played that Night Witch. I don't know if he meant to do that. And now he's cycling. I think he's trying to get back to his Golem. No Golem coming to support the Night Witch, so that's very good for us. That Night Witch should go down here relatively easy. And then let's go for a counterattack. Let's go for a giant push with the Minion Horde because I don't think he has arrows. No way you have arrows in a deck like this. Let's send a Miner to the back. Get our Zap ready for those Elixir Skeletons. He's actually going to play the Goblin Gang. Zap going down. Miner's going to take all of that out. And now we have a full health Giant on the tower. And the Horde is still alive, doing so much work to that Golem. They won't even die from the explosion. Let's get a Fireball onto the tower. That should be the first tower. Almost the first tower. His tower is down to 114 health. But I think we're going to lose the tower on the left. So let's leave that alone and support the right side. He actually has a great lightning, but now we can play the Minion Horde because he doesn't have any heavy spells and he's down in Elixir. So now we have our Miner going there on the left side, making sure we take that tower. Zap going down. We've got a couple of minions onto the tower. Giant is doing his best as well, but we will have to deal with a counterattack. Like I always say, we need to survive one counterattack when it comes to overtime, and we can win the game. So let's hope he doesn't get his Golem down in the center here. Please don't. We've got a Baby Dragon, and there goes the Golem. So now we have to try and counter this. Of course, we have the Minion Horde. That's going to shred. That's where the Golem Beatdown deck struggles against this deck. We have the Minion Horde, so let's go. We don't even need this log, actually, but we can get our Giant down in the center, so we're going to go Giant and Miner onto this tower, get our Fireball ready as well, and then send this over to the tower, and that should be GG, just like that. Tower is gone, and we're going to go perfect with this deck, 3-0 with the Giant Beatdown deck, so I definitely recommend this deck if you have all the cards. Of course, if you need some replacements, I would replace the Night Witch with the Musketeer. That's probably the best replacement. If you want to go more defensive, though, I would suggest using the Ewis. So actually, let's check out those 3 decks we beat. I think those were all 3 decks from the meta. Right here with the Night Graveyard deck, P.E.K.K.A 3 Musketeer Battle Ram deck, and the Golem Beatdown deck. So we shredded all of those decks. Let's slide over here to the left so I can show you one more time. We've got the Giant Minion Horde, Miner Log, Fireball, Night Witch, Guards, and the Zap. So if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for some more future daily Clash Royale content. And I hope you guys go on and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace!